This conference will now be recorded.
Hello friends, how was the day? Hope it was good trading day. So in this video we'll see the coming days, what is the market view and why I am bearish for the next week actually. It's not a correction, means it's a normal correction I'm expecting. Why the correction I'm expecting and what levels we can see that also. Before that, the disclaimer, the views what I mentioned in this video is my personal opinion, and any loss incurred by taking trades based on my view, I am not responsible. Please consider financial risk before taking any trade. So in this video, we'll see the important points for the coming days. What will be the view? So just continue to watch. Just please do subscribe and like the channel before I'm proceeding for this video. So first we'll see the FI data. FI data today is very interesting. They just gone little more on the side, upper side, extreme side, 88.9%. Long short ratio is the highest ever in the last several days. Just take me through, let me just take you through with all the data. Here, if you see here, I filtered for only last 3 months. I'll just remove this. If you see here, starting from Jan 20. Now this is the highest data. Before that, I'm not updated here. I have the information, but I just plotted for from Jan 20. So you can see here highest long position here, and this is a perfect time for shorting actually. So this is the first indication for you to get into the short position. So getting in the short position doesn't mean that you should buy a put option naked and hold on, because that is not the right way to do it, and you should have a hedged position with more shorts and less long position. So that you should have the strategy for that. We'll try to update something on the weekend because the views and the likes are very important. If I'm getting at least some 50 likes, I'm encouraged, and then I can do some videos on that. Otherwise, I'm not planning any strategy videos for the weekend. And views also not increasing to at least 150 views, 200 views increase. Otherwise, it is stagnant, and only I'll just do only the daily views. That's it. So that's the first point actually. And here, if you see here, we are just at the top, and the bank Nifty has already gone to the new high, but bank Nifty is just struggling at 35,000 level. So clients have gone to the short position already. Now, most of the times, clients, what they're doing has been correctly happening. So this time will happen or not, we have to see, because most of the times when they exactly go to the long position and exactly go to the short position. And now the proprietary traders also, if you see here, they got into the short position here in futures, and the index futures also, the stock futures also, they gone a little higher, and here hedge position they're holding here. And in case of FIS, another interesting point is that the stock futures they're holding is lowest level actually. So what they're doing is they're increasing here and showing the external world that they're very bullish. 92,000 contracts they're holding, and they're adding some 4,000 contracts of index futures long position. So they are very bullish. So the picture they want to paint actually. But actually speaking here, if you see, from almost 2.3 lakh, 2.5 lakh contracts, they just got 25,000 contracts, lowest ever you could see in the past. I have not seen anything something like this in several years actually. So thing is that first they're clearing up all this stock futures position here, and now they will square this also. So when the squaring of people, because they see independently everything, they don't see holistically what is the picture of the FI position actually. So now they are cleared here and they added here, and they will this also clear after some time, and then the clients will go to long position. So as of now, definitely for the short term period, bearish position is better actually. Long short ratio is indicating that. That's the first reason. Reason number one for the market to give a correction next week actually. Second reason is the astro view. Astro view for next week is definitely is bearish, and more bearishness as compared to the bullishness for the next week. So that's the second reason for the bearishness that I'm expecting for the next week actually. Then cash market, both FIs and DAs made some purchase almost 2,118 crores today. There is another reason for the opening gap up also possibly, and but thing is that in spite of this buying, the market is almost like flat. It's not a great thing. Only Nifty possibly that the FIs and DAs are buying in the Nifty stocks other than the banking stocks. That's very clear actually. If they bought the banking stocks, then the market, the Bank Nifty would have been flying today also, but that is not happening actually. So possibly the entire the investing teams and the traders, everybody is pushing to the Nifty for the new high, and asking for the Bank Nifty also to join the bandwagon, but that is not happening actually. The third reason is that in spite of Nifty touching the new high, Bank Nifty is very hesitant to go the near the new high, or even making an attempt to go on the top upside actually. If that is the case, then it's going to be very difficult for Nifty to sustain and continue to ride the upwave to reach 16,000 levels. Bank Nifty has to support. Without Bank Nifty support, Nifty cannot go up actually. So third reason is the negative divergence between Nifty and Bank Nifty is the third reason for there's a correction which can come in the next week actually, because everybody is now bullish now, so they need to be taken out of the up move, and then only the move can come if any move has to come on the upside. Next, let us see the open interest also. There we have the fourth reason also. What are the fourth reason? If you see here for this next week, 3rd June expiry, like yesterday we saw here, the top 3 open interest, everything is the call options, and then we have some 2 bottom on the downside actually. Today also same thing, 35,500, 36,500, 37,000, all are on the call options having a highest open interest, and here also 35,000 call also is having a highest open interest. In the top 6, excluding this, if you see, assume 5, we have 4 highest call open interest is on the call options, and only 35,000 put is having the put option is on the one side of the highest open interest. So 1:4 ratio, the puts are being bought or sold, we can tell, and 4 are being traded for the call options. Means if somebody sells 4 call options and 1 put option, there is no issue at all, and very good protection is there for the person who is shorting the call options. So this is another 4th reason for the market to behave on the bearish side for the next week at least. I'm not expecting that any correction. I'm not saying that the correction will come, big correction will come in the next week, but definitely some small correction is expected next week actually. So you can see the call options, full call options are built up, everybody. So coming to the perspective of the option buyers, now everybody expecting the Bank Nifty also will move on the upside and buying the call options, but there could be a big disaster for them. The call option can end up in 0 for this week expiry. So 34,500 is support and 35,000 is support actually. So 34,500, 35,000 support is there, and if you want to ride the wave on the upside as an option buyer, 35,000 put option is what you have to focus for Monday onwards. And for the Nifty, 15,400 is very good support. So possibly that if you see here, out of total 42 lakhs of open interest, 50-50 call option put option is there actually. So indicating that 15,400 is a good support as of now. And next is the open interest change. You will see here negative divergence is there. You see here now Nifty, in spite of moving on the upside, there is no big open interest build up is seen. Slight build up only is seen actually. It's 1.07. So anytime the Nifty Pcr also can come down and attracted by the Bank Nifty. So this is the 5th reason. 5th reason is being this PCR. In spite of the positive momentum from the Nifty, what you can see, Bank Nifty is not interested to go up on the upside at all. And you can see today 7 lakhs of bearish position was yesterday closing, and today 23 lakhs of bearish position was created actually. And again there is a divergence. You can see here, in spite of 23 lakhs of open interest built up on the bearish position, the Bank Nifty has given a positive close of 46 points actually. So this is the 4th or 5th candle, 5th reason for the market to behave bearish next week actually. So I've been telling several times also, if the bearish position is added, the market should have go down actually, but managed to close on the positive side, indicating that a lot of bearish position got added today. So possible that the Monday can be a gap down. I'm expecting a gap down on Monday. If not, gap down, and then we'll continue to go down actually. But for that, the levels we'll see later. And otherwise, if you are seeing a gap up, then it will not sustain, and then from the go short level it can start go down actually. That's another opportunity. Next, let us see the all expiry together. What is the position? If you see bearish position is there still only in the last starting from May, only 4 days we saw bullish position, and otherwise every day it is a bearish position only in the Bank Nifty. And here from 3 crores, the Nifty has come down to almost 1.8 crores after the expiry. Now here we have to see very closely for Nifty whether any PCR is going down below 1 on Monday. That is another confirmation for the bearish move to come for next week expiry. So PCR continues to remain negative. This is the sixth reason. In spite of the Nifty PCR being positive, Bank Nifty continues to be on the negative side. So PCR is another indication that we are bearish for Bank Nifty. Next is the PCR support is there. So we are slowly improving the support, but not so much of quantity. Every rise is being used for shorting only. So that is not the good sign actually. So there is support here, the 15350 here, 15400 here, and here 35100. So 35,000 is what we'll focus for Monday onwards. And coming to the straddle, so seventh reason we can tell here, seventh reason could be this thing where 35,200 is the lowest straddle, and whenever the spot is sustaining below this, now here the 35,200 is the lowest straddle here, and once we close below this, okay, now we are at the border only, so we are not confidently moving on the upside. Once we close below 35,200 on Monday, that is the confirmation that we are going to test 34,000 levels for this week expiry on intraday basis at least. And in case of Nifty, so 15,350 was level and 15,400 is a very good resistance also we can see. And this Nifty definitely is positive, no doubt about that, and there is no weakness at all in Nifty without any doubt. But internal Nifty, the financials are weak actually. So these financials being weak can pull down the Nifty on the downside, because now after Nifty hitting the new high, there is no confidence actually in the internal system for the market to move on the upside, and because a lot of issues are there, and though the corporates are giving very good results, everything, no doubt about that, everything is good, we believe the corporate results. But the thing is that before the market is making a new move on the upside, it has to take out the weekends. So the weekends will be taken out, and then only the market will move on the upside. So that is another reason expecting that the weekends exiting is very important before the market making new high. So but as of now, if you're holding any long position in the Nifty ETF, there is no issues at all, and we should be able to continue to hold, and you can buy some hedge position for protecting your positions actually. So coming to Lakshman Rekha, so for the next week expiry, so for next month expiry, Lakshman Rekha will be 35,000 level in the futures. If the futures sustain below 35,000 level, then become bearish. And here also left Nifty futures sustaining below 15,369. Roughly you can take 15,300. So once it close below 15,300, then be bearish on the Nifty also. So till the time continue to hold the bullishness, there is no issue at all. And this is the level for this current week weekly midpoint. We have seen almost 1,700 points gain in the Bank Nifty, and in case of weekly midpoint for Nifty, 480 points gain was we have seen. So I'll just change the week number. I have some work to be done on this. So we'll update in the next week. It means when Monday we see, that time we'll update, or I'll just update in the Telegram channel in few moments. So 5-point chart for this for the June expiry. So this will be slightly different from the May expiry if you see, because if you see here very clearly, it is a very higher high we are forming here. Unless we break 15,000 level in case of Nifty future, then only some bearishness can come inside. Otherwise, Nifty is very, very strong, no doubt about that at all. But there is some correction, possibly the breakout could be tested also, 15,100 can be tested. That's the only reason the correction can come here, so that everybody will think that the bearishness come and the market will start moving on the upside. As of now, Nifty is in the bulls hands only. There is no issue at all. Bears completely locked down. There is no way bears can enter Nifty as of now. It is time to attack. But Bank Nifty, it is unlocked. The bears are unlocked, but is hidden only. It is not as of now. The chart, if you see here, there is higher high, higher lows only, and there is no way you can see some bearishness for Bank Nifty also. But some correction we expect for the internal small correction, expect for just to take out the weekends, nothing else. Otherwise, I'm not expecting any big correction or something like that, but some small weakness is expected to just to exit the weekends, nothing else. Unless even if you break only 34,880, if you see here 34,880 or below that any swing low formed in the pivot point, then the confirmation will come that bearishness has come inside for the Bank Nifty, and we should not break 34,880 pivot point. That is very, very important for Bank Nifty. The levels for tomorrow means Monday. So in case of Bank Nifty futures, long breakout 35,608 and short breakout is 35,036. And in case of Nifty futures, 15,508 is long breakout and 15,420 is the short breakout. So we are just close to 15,464 and we are just 40 points. We are just 40 points for the Nifty future to break the short breakout level. So very, very cautious things required for Nifty. In case we just giving some 40-50 points negative move in the Nifty on Monday, then will be just a very good opportunity to enter the short position for Nifty actually. And in case of Bank Nifty, in case of Bank Nifty, if you see, we close 35,322 and here 35,036 is the short breakout. So if the futures break 35,000 level, then the short breakout, we have 300 points is there, 1% move is required on the downside, then only we can get some bearishness. But in case of Nifty is very, very important because short breakout is just, we are almost 40 points only away. So there is high chance that Nifty can give some lead for Monday actually. So stay cautious with Nifty, and Nifty could give some good returns possibly. And in case of spot levels, pivot point is 15,433 for Nifty spot and 35,185 for Bank Nifty spot. And above the pivot point is bullishness, below the pivot point is bearishness. So in case of the spot level, if you see short breakout level is 34,889, we have some, at least the comfort zone is there, and 35,141 is the level. And since this is also below the short straddle level, I am expecting in this week expiry 34,000 level to be tested at any cost. So just stay cautious. If you are long position naked, then it is not advisable to have long position naked. Have some hedged position. So I'm holding like 36,000 put option I shorted, but I'm holding twice the call option. I'm shorting here 34,500 call option, 35,000 call option, everything in the monthly expiry. I'm also holding a long put option at 34,500, and in intraday basis, if there is any down move coming, then I will buy some more put option to cover my 30,000 put option short. Because June expiry I'm holding, and also shorted 30,400 rupees level. So I have enough cushion. I don't want to trade on the position basis on the weekly expiry. It's very, very risky. So I always trade on the monthly expiry only for shorting the options. So because you get a very good deal there and you have enough time. And in case of weekly expiry, you buy the options for the hedge actually. That's very cheaper also. And that too, you have enough long break evens actually. And key ratios, Nifty P ratios below 30, sustaining for several days now. And Bank Nifty P ratios are at 24 levels. This also cooled down a lot now. And VIX is very important actually. In case VIX is now shooting up on Monday, there'll be another confirmation actually. So Nifty going by at least 50-60 points on Monday will be a first confirmation. The VIX shooting up by almost like 3-4%, or at least need to go about 20 levels actually. Then the confirmation will come from the VIX also for any down move or bearishness to come for Monday onwards for the few days. But no, not whatever the correction I'm saying is the only slight bearishness only, and not don't put in your mind on the big levels of down moves or crash or something like that, because we have a lot of time for that actually. As of now, it's completely bullishness only. There is no doubt at all. Because when I tell you that I'm bearish means, then people should not buy tons of put options and just sit on that thinking that they'll become big crorepati by buying a put option. Never do that. That March 2020 opportunity comes very rarely, and that way, just once you get in the habit of buying put options and sitting on the naked, you will never be able to make money. You have to be very quick in entering and exiting, buying a call option put options naked, because you cannot hedge the bought options for sure. And cash market, if you see here, every dip is being bought now. We're not even touching this 20 moving average actually. So you can just see the big gap here, whatever is there. Only we go below this broader market, going below this 20 moving average, then that is the only time you can expect the market to give some decent correction. Otherwise, every dips will be bought actually, because everybody just want to deploy their money. What are the savings they have? They want to put their money in the stocks actually. They're buying stock directly. They're buying through mutual fund, and debt funds also are moving from into the equity. And so a lot of money is flowing into the market actually. Till the time the entire market is absorbing all the money and everything is dried up, then only the market can give the correction actually. Till the time now they want market want to go up only on no other option. A lot of traders have entered the market, and everybody are very comfortable holding a long position, buying stocks actually. Nobody is interested to short the market actually. Now as of now in the stock market, for the new traders who are doing intraday basis, buying stocks actually, any stock you name it, everything is going up. So coming to the option chain information, if you see here 3rd June expiry, you can see 35,000, and the signal is a moving average signal actually. So this signal you can see here 35,300 is being sold. So now 35,300 is gone below the moving average, plus slightly 1 point below this close actually. So this is a first confirmation that we are now having a very good strong resistance at 35,300 now. Lot of open interest build up is seen, and now here the open interest build up is seen for 35,300. So all these people will get this is you have to get a confirmation from these put options. We will need to square off the position here. You can see how much open interest build up is seen here. 2 lakh, 3 lakh, you can see here. But here open interest build up is just 35,300 is a newly entered put option traders actually. So they are 1 lakh and they need to square off the position here. Otherwise, if you see the put option open interest very dry here, and here 35,300, 35,200 today only added, and when down move comes, they'll quickly you need to exit the position and they have to carve the position. And any down move, you can see only 4 lakh positions are there for 35,000 put option, and then you also need to they'll not have any much problem unless the market spot goes 34,500. They'll have some time to score the position. So the focus for downside, if you are wanting the buy options actually, then you have to focus on 35,000 put option again for Monday actually. Next we will see this. So 35,000 put option, what will be the level? Could be level for Monday. If you see here, so today I mentioned Telegram channel that we could bottom out around 300 to 350 level. So the low we found was 302 level. Okay, and then what happened here after that? We almost like we got several opportunities to make this reach the high. We got almost like 300, 330, 320 levels also. We got reached almost like 130 around that time. We got that level, and then after that, by end of the day, we reached almost like 455 level. So I have been telling the 450 level, but I thought we just shot of 5 points and we achieved almost the target. But again we gave the opportunity and we crossed 450 and touched 5 points above that. So we got 445, 455. 2 times we got opportunity here today. And in the morning also we got opportunity to touch 439. Almost 3 opportunities we got in the put options to buy, enter and exit actually. So you have to focus. See, the thing is that you have to focus only on one instrument and one side, either put option or call option. That only side. You are buying, if you are an option buyer, you have to focus very particular on one strike price. Then you become master of that option actually. So if the gap down comes here on Monday, then you can see the level of 455. This 455, if it breaks and goes up on the upside, easily you can see the level of 650 level to come on the Bank Nifty, and the confirmation you're going to get from the Nifty that it is going to have 50-60 points more dip on the Nifty, and the Bank Nifty also going to go below the short breakout level. Then that the 35,000 put option can give almost 200 points of rally on the upside. This put option, 35,000 put option, can reach almost like 600 levels also possible for put options. And in case of any gap down, opening itself gap down and you're not getting opportunity, then here you have to okay, here there is another opportunity that open, we can gap up, and then only the market can go down. If that is the case, then the low of 302 can break actually, and we can go to 275 or 250 level roughly. And there's a maximum short low I can see for Monday actually. In case gap up, again there is a gap up 250 to 300 level. That's the level we could see some low actually. After that, again we should see some 400 to 450 again you to test on Monday actually. So focus on 35,000 put option if you want to be on the bearish side for Bank Nifty for coming days actually. Okay, and this analysis I'll just stop for the day, and we'll see the levels what happened today. So today morning, if you see here after the gap up, if you see here exactly at the go short level, if you see at the go short level, above the go short level we sustained for almost like 6-7 candles we found, and then after that we went below the go short level, and almost we came near the pivot point here. Actually we came around the pivot point, and this 200 moving average is what we have to focus actually for coming days. 34,961 spot, we have a very good support. In case we close below this 34, we close around, actually the close was around 35,222. The adjusted close is 35,141, almost like 80 points below actually. So once you break 35,000 level, then good down move can come on the downside, and also the cloud also, the support will be gone. So 35,135, not much actually. We closed almost near the cloud actually, adjusted close. So in case we expect some down, we will see levels. I have plotted the levels also for the Monday actually here in the chart, so that it will be easy for you to understand. And the pivot point is 35,185. We closed below the pivot point. This is the first weakness actually. And here the short break go long level is 35,025. In case after the gap down we cross 35,000 level, then you can get to the long position buying 35,000 call options actually. So in case there is a big gap down on Monday, then you can focus on 35,000 call option. In case you get for around 300 levels, something like that, it will be good opportunity to enter the call options actually. That can give some good 100 points move or 150 points move on the upside actually. Let us see 35,000 call option also. If there is a big gap down on Monday, and then we get a support here and start moving on the upside, 35,000 call option is what we can focus for Monday actually. So 35,000 call option, we can see a low of almost 400, 400. If something comes actually, we can buy 400, and then on the upside, once the market reverses, then it can see a target of 600 actually. So that way you can capture the momentum the call side. If there is an opening gap down and you don't get opportunity for capturing the market for the downside, that time when there is a big gap down, and don't try to attempt to buy put option that time, because market can reverse actually. But you have to be focusing on the short breakout level actually. And coming to the several levels, if you see here, everything is showing only positive. There is no doubt about that. The Heller Fisher also is not giving any sell signal, and the Bank Nifty also, if you see here, it is not giving any sell signal as of now. If this one on Monday, if it is crossing over for Bank Nifty, then there will be first confirmation of weakness for the Bank Nifty actually. But anytime expecting the reversal to come here, if any big candle forms, if you see the low of this level, if you see the low for this day, whatever is there, if it is broken, then it could be a confirmation actually. If you see 35,141, the low is 34,977. So everything pointed to 35,000 level. If 35,000 level is breached and closed below that, then take very serious concern for the 1 week at least the view. And here you can see triple bottoming here. If you see triple bottom found on 34,400, this 34,400 should not breach also. If this level also is breached, then very serious going to be, and the entire move from here bottom of 32,000 level will get corrected now. Will come into the correction mode actually. So try to stay cautious if we break 34,400, 34,500 levels for Bank Nifty in the coming days. So that's all my view actually. Hope you like the video, and in case you like the video, subscribe and like the channel. Thank you so much.